Is Branded Dino worth? Let's talk about that. Hello everybody and welcome back to Rain Knight Gaming. I'm Rain Knight and this is another installment in my Albaz structure deck, ROI. In today's episode, we're dropping it back to prehistoric times. That's right, we're playing ourselves some dinos. Branded dinos. And I'll tell you, this deck is mostly spicy. Kind of spicy. It's got a little kick. Just a little kick. This one has some neat tricks that I'm going to enjoy showing you guys. I do want to drop a quick shout out to Fez. He did a quick video on his dinosaur version of Branded, and it gave me the inspiration to go in here and see what I could figure out for myself as well. So go on over to his channel. I'll put a link in the descriptions below. Show him some love. But before you do that, let's get into this deck profile. Now this deck is actually pretty nice and we got it right to 41 cards. So you probably could bust this thing down to 40 if you really wanted to. And I color coded it just for some fun. So first up, we are going to play the Big Daddy Boss Monster. You got to play him at 2, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. He's your win condition most of the time and he's just a really good card. And I am going to put in the overtext. If you've been watching my online series in Duel Masters, you know I really love me some overtext. Then I play the Dino Wrestler Pankratops. He is just good for getting rid of those annoying cards, especially if you're running into an Eldritch deck that drops a skill drain on you. Dino Wrestler can get rid of that, so it's one of our only outs, so you got to keep him in the deck. Then, of course, you got to play the normal 3 of Oversoul, Soul Eating, Overraptor. Man, I can't talk. Soul Eating Overraptor. This is just your best normal summon, and just get your plays going. He is awesome. Then we got the 3, 2, 1 babies. You know what they do. These help you get your plays rolling because they're not once per turn. This guy's basically the same thing, but he can get you those bigger monsters. And then another great normal summon or one to come off of your Miscellaneousaurus. You've got Amador and Archosaur. Just, this is the, your main dino engine that is going to get your plays going. And your last 2 of the group, you've got the 1/Cry Miscellaneousaurus. Wish this was at 3. Love playing it at 3 in Master Duel. And your 1 Giant Rex. He's a great extender, gets things rolling, and he is just a nice big boy. This is your dino package. It's pretty basic. You're always going to play a big variant of this. It's just really good monsters. Then your spells, you've got your 3 Fossil Digs. Fossil Dig is just one of the best searchers because it searches any one of your dinosaurs. So, pretty good. And you want to definitely play it at 3. Another great card, Lost World. Lost World is just one of the best. It's a great field spell, gives you that token, saves you from being targeted. Just a really amazing field spell. And the last 2 cards in your dino deck is your Double Evolution Pill. This gets you to either your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, to your Big Boss Monster. It can also get you to your Dino Wrestler, and it can get you to your Overtext. So depending if you've got, this in hand, you can go for this. If you have one of these in hand, you always want to search this out and summon it because you'll usually be able to get this out another way anyway. So it's really nice to have 2 of these. This is one way to get to it, and your other shiny boy right here, your Amador and Archosaur, is another way to get to that pill. So you have lots of ways of getting your pills. So that's it for the dinos here. Let's get all the way over to these guys over here. Now we can get into our branded and hand traps. Of course, you have to play the 2 Fallen of Albaz. This is just the thing that lets you go into your fusions off of your branded did I say Branded Albaz? Fallen of Albaz. And if you do summon him out, you do have a super poly version of him, so it can save you later on. So if you get into kind of a grind game and you have to summon him out, he's not too terrible. Then we've got, of course, the 3 branded, best new spell card in the game. Gotta play him at 3. This thing just is gross, and the reason we're playing it with dinos is because there's several interactions that, you send him and you can send something else. It's pretty nice cards. Just a great spell. You'll probably get hitting on that ban list sometime as soon as this deck stops making him money. Want to get into my hand traps really quick because we do play a lot of hand traps in this deck. We play the 3 Ash Blossom, just a great general hand trap that hits about in the deck, so if you know your choke points, Ash Blossom can get you out of a lot of trouble. Then I do play in this deck, because we're playing the dinosaurs, you gotta play the meteor that killed him. Numbiru, playing him at 3. Our deck can really go first or second, and if you're playing second, hold on to him and just blow up their board, then you can go into OTK. And to finish off our hand traps, we've got Infinite Permaset at 2. You can play this at 3 if you wanted to, if you want to change any of the ratios. It's also really good because you play it either from your hand, obviously, it's hand trap, or if you set it, you get to take out one of those spell trap columns. So really nice, and it's one of those cards that just helps end people's turn, lets you get going. Then we got, of course, Super Poly, because I love me some Super Poly. It just works so good with the branded engine because it's, you're just taking all their cards out of the game. It's really nice. So playing 3 of those, and then a little bit of back row removal. I like to play the 1 Harvey Feather Duster just in case you run across those Mystic Mines. You gotta play it. And then the last little tech card in the deck. This is one of my little spicy pieces I like to shoot into the deck. Oh, who's this boy? It's a damaged ass card is what it is. This is Light, the Hex Sealed Fusion. Basically, if you don't know what this is your Red Eyes Dark Dragoon fusion materials. So if you've got this, you can make Red Eyes. I'll show you about that later on. Let's get right into our extra deck. Now the extra deck here is pretty tight, so I don't play any extravagances because I wouldn't want to get rid of any of these monsters. First up, I was just talking about him, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. It's a nice little thing to get into. One thing you got to watch out for, because you're not using his normal fusion materials, you do not get the 2-card pop for damage, but you do still get his negate. So he's just a one card Omni negate, so that's not too bad. And of course, we're playing all of the Super Poly targets because we're playing all of the Super Polys. This is kind of a standard package for me. There are a couple specific ones. If you know what you're going to play against, your meta is a certain thing, you could switch over to those. But these are your basic ones you want to stay to. Then the branded engine stuff, playing the one Searing, and then you're playing 2 of the branded Dragon, and 2 of one of my new favorite cards, the Mirror Jade. This thing's just gross. Then, of course, we're playing the Link Karibo, and the Gardena, and the Pentastag. Some people don't like to play the Pentastag in these combo-driven versions of the deck. I still like it because, occasionally Ultimate Conductor is going to do what Ultimate Conductor does and murder the field, so you're going to want to have at least one of here just in case. And the reason we can get to our fusions easily is, of course, Puriflant. We play him while we can until he gets banned, so play him while you can, fellas. And we do want to keep our 2 Xyz monsters in here, Logi and Dalka. They're really good. And that, my friends, is the deck. It's actually surprisingly good. You, of course, got your Dino combo in here. So, even if you don't see any of the branded stuff, you still have your Dino OTKs. You can set up a bunch of negates still with just your Dino stuff. But because you're running branded Super Poly, you can just break some boards and it's just a great deck. That's it from me, folks. I hope you enjoyed this deck. It's really cool and ended up being a lot better than I thought. It's not terrible expensive. Of course, the hand traps do drive the price up, along with, your dragoon is going to drive your price up. But if you wanted to just run some different hand traps, some of the cheaper ones, fine to do. You can also completely cut out the, the expensive boy package here. You can cut him out. That's another cheap thing. Or if you want to have more money in this deck, you could drop, a couple cards out, put in the Destiny Hero engine, and just take this thing to the moon. But that's up to you. So play this if you like it. Tell me in the comments down below if you want to play this or if you want to play something else. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. I'm Rain Knight. This has been Rain Knight Gaming, and I'll see you later. See ya.